I think when a shoe makes you feel powerful, when it makes you feel attractive, when you just look forward to wearing them, I think that's when you know that you're onto a real winner. Hello, 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 and a very warm welcome to today's video. If this is the first time you're seeing my face, hi, my name is Nick, proud to have you here. If this isn't the first time you're seeing my face, thank you so much for joining me again. I really appreciate the support. I try to put out videos probably 3 times a week, mainly on the topic of fashion. However, I do also discuss some other topics as well, some that are slightly more personal to me, some that I think might be interesting or provides a little insight to me as an individual, so you can see who the person is that you're interacting with when you're watching these videos. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and celebrating who you are. So today I've got a bit of a shoe review for you, and this is a brand that I had not purchased any shoes from, or wasn't actually even aware of until the start of the year. And I'm so glad that I've now found them and that I'm now able to purchase these items. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Just a quick one when I get into this. I mentioned that these shoes are leather a few times. They're not. I've gone back and had a look. They're kind of synthetic material. So apologies, a kind of mean leather look opposed to leather itself. So every time I say the word leather, please just think leather look, not actual leather. The brand that I'm talking about is Only Maker. And Only Maker are, I believe, an American brand. When I look on their website, I pull up the American site. However, I've been able to buy them through Amazon. And actually, I quite often buy fashion through Amazon. Things like Calvin Klein scarves, I buy quite a lot through Amazon. So they're well worth looking into. But I buy Only Maker for their heels. And as any of you who've kind of been with me for the past few months, you will know that for me, I'm very much about androgynous fashion. I don't believe that fashion has gender norms. I think anyone should be able to wear whatever they want, however they want, you know, no judgment, just enjoy wearing whatever on earth you want to wear. That's how I feel. And so I have 2 pairs currently from Only Maker, and I'll share those with you. I am looking at some others. The challenge that I've got right now is I love so many of their pairs, but because they come from the US, the shipping is quite high. So I'm debating how to go about it, whether or not I just need to consolidate and buy like 3 or 4 pairs to make the shipping worthwhile, or do I just wait for them to come up on Amazon, which is when I'm able to purchase them. And there are certain pairs that you can buy on Amazon Prime, and those are the ones that I've gone for. So yes, let me get into them. Let me get into the 2 different shoes that I'm going to talk you through, and yeah, you can get a bit of a feel for some of the types of heels that I like. Here we have my 2 pairs of Only Makers, and as you can see, I've gone for both of them in platform styles, sky-high heels, and black leather. Now, I appreciate if you watch videos around what's in style and what isn't in style, what pretty much everyone is saying is currently out of style are platform heels and sky-high heels. Quite frankly, I don't care. I do not care. And every single person who does one of those videos caveats it with wear whatever you want, and I completely agree with that sentiment, but I also don't care what's in style and what's out of style. I'm just not that person. I'll wear what I want to wear. And I absolutely adore both of these. They are sexy. There is no other way of saying it. They are just, oh, fabulous. Classic in terms of the black leather with the black platforms. This one has a concealed platform because the leather goes the whole way through. This one does not have a concealed platform because, as you can see, the leather actually stops on the toe, and then the platform and the heel, I guess, is supposed to almost look like a wood. Is that supposed to kind of look like wood? I don't know, but I actually really like it. I think it adds a little bit of visual interest to the shoe. I just think these are beautiful. They are easy to walk in, and although they are tall, what really benefits them, and I'll use these as the example, is the platform. So technically you're walking on this heel. So this is about a 6.2 inch heel. However, you have a roughly 2.5 to 3 inch platform. So you're actually walking on a 3 inch heel, which doesn't necessarily make it always easier to walk in, but it makes it more comfortable to walk in. With a platform shoe like this, you have to be incredibly careful where you're putting your feet. You want to make sure that you're as stable as you can possibly be, but the platform gives you a certain amount of leverage, which I do really like. What I also like about both of these is that because platforms don't tend to have pointed toes, like the ones I'm wearing right now, they are more comfortable from that perspective as well. So your toe is not trying to cram itself into a triangle at the front of the shoe. This one is slightly more pointed than this one. This one's more of an almond toe. This one is slightly more pointed, but I would still say it sits within almond territory. They're not rounded toes by any stretch, but they are super duper comfy. Now, of course you're aware that you're wearing a heel. Of course you are, But actually, if you were sat down in these, you don't feel them pinching, you don't feel uncomfortable. And even when you're walking, you don't feel massively uncomfortable. I wear these more than I wear the pumps, and that's for one specific reason. The pumps are too big. I bought these in the wrong size. I should have bought them in the size down. When I tried them on, I thought they were too big. I didn't return them, which I should have done. And instead, I have got a heel guard on the back there to try and stop them slipping. I should have just returned them, but that isn't the manufacturer's fault, that isn't the brand's fault, that was my fault. As a consumer, I should have returned them, and I didn't. Can I still wear them? Absolutely I can. Am I going to put an insole in them to try and help bridge some of that gap? Absolutely I will. These are comfortable, they're sexy, I feel powerful when I wear these. I just think they're beautiful, but I have to be very conscious of where I'm wearing them because I have to know that I don't have to take a number of steps because they are, especially with being a relatively soft, comfortable leather, your ankle could very easily fall out of these, particularly with the fact that they're too big. If these were the right size, I think I could march in them. I don't think I can do that with them, with the fact that they are too big. But I will put an insole in them and I will see what I highly recommend. They are beautiful, they're great quality. I think from a price point perspective, I think these cost me about £45, which I don't think is bad for a well-made pair of stilettos. They are a shoe that I think you should invest in to make comfortable because they're naturally not the most comfortable because of the heel and all of that. So every other element, you want to be good quality, you want the leather to be comfortable. You don't want your foot, and this is a little bit gross, but you don't want your foot to sweat on the sole. Is that the sole? Insole? Is that what that would be called? You don't want it to sweat on that, and my feet don't sweat when I wear these, whereas some of the more plasticky inserts in the shoe, they can make your feet sweat. So that's just something to consider again, because if you're walking in something that's this high, you don't want your foot to sweat because you don't want it to slide. That is not going to end well. However, everything that is a slight challenge with that, because of my mistakes, is fixed within this. And the reason for that is that this is fixed to my foot. So these are actually the same size, but because this is fixed to my foot and goes slightly up the ankle, my foot does not wobble in this. I have probably walked, I think I walked about 2 miles in these. I was going somewhere and I was wearing these and I ended up walking about 2 miles. Did my feet hurt by the end? No. Could they have done? Yes. Yes, they could have done. However, the platform makes them more comfortable. I walk more slowly in heels because I don't want to fall. The heel is stiletto, but it's not actually that thin, which is a real benefit to it. I like the fact that it's a slightly thicker heel, and I do find that a shoe that fastens to just be that bit more secure. I love these. I think these are really, really sexy. They have a zip up the side, which I also like. They're just beautiful. They are just beautiful. Annoyingly, I've got a little scuff on the front of mine, but that's okay. That's okay. They're worn. They are well loved. They are worn. And funnily enough, these are the shoes that whenever I wear them, if I ever open the door for the postman, these are the ones that he always says, "Are you wearing them?" For some reason, this is like his favourite. You know. Yeah. I think I've got cooler shoes than these. I think my green stilettos are cooler than these, but apparently these are a fan favourite. So, I think these are beautiful. The quality of the leather as well, I don't know if you can see, it's, you know, it's nice and malleable, which, because the shoe fastens, in the sense that it's attached here, it means that it's not such a problem that the leather is more malleable. It makes it super comfy. They have a really nice sort of microfiber lining to them as well. So I would wear socks with these, absolutely. I don't obviously with pumps, but I would absolutely wear socks with these, probably a trainer sock. But what's also fab with these is that if you do wear a trainer sock, they don't rub on your ankle. Because of the material that they've used inside, it means that they don't rub, so you don't end up kind of getting a blister on the top of your ankle because you're only wearing a trainer sock. It's hard to wear a taller sock dependent on what you're wearing otherwise, because it could show. I probably wear these mostly with black jeans that you tuck in, and then you've got a continuous look. Kind of an all black outfit that works your whole way down your leg. I love these. I think they're beautiful. I would highly recommend Only Maker. I think, again, these are about £45. I bought them on Amazon. You can get them in a range of materials and styles. So they do them in a suede, and I was tempted by the suede, but I just think black leather's a little bit more versatile. However, I think I would buy the black suede just for a little bit of variation. But they also do them in a kind of army print, a sort of camo. They have one that has black studs down the back with a gold heel. Some really interesting designs. The pumps they do in lots of different colours. They do peep toes. They do non-platform pumps with a 5-inch heel. They do non-platform pumps with a 4-inch heel. So 4-inch heel would be 10 centimetres, 5-inch would be 12 centimetres. These are 16 centimetre heels. So I'm very, very tempted by a few of their other shoes. Like I said, they don't quite have the colour variations that I'm looking for on Amazon at the moment, which means that I would have to pay for shipping from the US. But actually, to have a beautiful pair of shoes in the perfect colours for me, which some of them very much are on the US site, it's probably worth spending the money. Anyway, those are my two Only Maker pair of heels. I would thoroughly, thoroughly recommend for anybody. They have the Only Maker for women, they have Only Maker for men. To be fair, they've got a really inclusive size range. Go and check them out. I think they do some beautiful pieces. The quality is fab. I would highly, highly recommend. And if you're looking at potentially maybe a higher end pair of heels, but you're not sure how that style will work for you, could you wear, for example, a 5-inch pump on a daily basis? Try it with a pair of Only Makers. They're good quality, they're sturdy, they're comfortable as heels can be. So if you want to try and see if they can work for you, give it a go. Anyway, thank you so much for watching as always, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. All the best.